Executives are being laid off in droves, and if you don't adapt, you could be next.
What better way to position yourself as that executive with all the talent to fill the gap at a fraction of the cost? The right time is now.
Watch as we break down why the fractional shift is happening now and how you can cash in on it today.
It sounds like there's some work and thought that has to go into becoming a fractional, which I guess kind of makes sense. But why is now the right time then? Like, why is everybody so hopped up on it right now? And why should someone join the fray?
There you go. Yeah. Well, I think the fractional movement has grown so much in the last 5 years and really accelerated in the last 2. And so there's this sort of like timing thing that I talked to a lot of fractionals about. And like, am I too late? Have I missed the wave of opportunity? And then with the economy and all of the things going on in the US, and is it the right time for me as an individual? I've got to support my family. I've got to pay the bills. When is the right time? And I tend to say something along the lines of, when is the perfect time to have a child? You don't have the big enough house. You don't have enough cars. You don't have enough money. You don't have enough career. The right time is now. Now. So that's a philosophical kind of approach. But if you really boil it down strategically, let's think strategically about what's going on in the US business world right now. Obviously, there's a lot of uncertainty. We've seen the stock market go up and down like a roller coaster, and it's probably going to continue to do that. And that obviously has a ripple effect in corporate. And corporate holds back. They stop hiring, especially the higher priced executives, or they lay them off. Yeah. It makes sense to lay off a higher priced executive because you get the dollars saved versus a few lower level employees. So they cut middle and senior and executive management. So we're seeing this sort of trend happening. And so a lot of the fracs I talk to, or the wannabe fracs, right, are people that have been either asked to leave and like, here's your golden parachute, it's time to go out of corporate, or they're done with the grind, right? Either way, they're kind of out there. They see this trend and they want to know what's going on. The thing that I think is prime time now is that even in the small and mid-sized businesses, which is where we work as fractionals, we don't work in the executives level at a corporate, like a large corporate. They don't hire fractionals. They hire specialty consultants, different business.
Right.
So in the small and medium-sized businesses, they're not hiring senior executives right now because of the uncertainty. But it leaves that talent and experience gap in their team. So they have the need, they don't have the, let's say, courage to hire that $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 fully loaded executive right now. They don't have it. So there's a need. And there's budget, but not the budget to hire a full-timer. What better way to position yourself as that executive with all the talent to fill the gap at a fraction of the cost?
So this is an interesting point. And it's interesting because you're right. We're looking at the fact that we have companies that are sitting there with bleeding necks right now. They need to grow. They need the expertise. They can't afford the expertise on a full-time basis, but they have some money. And that money can be allocated towards a fractional, right? It's kind of like, where would you want to be if you were selling a hot dog outside of a concert hall when it gets out, or in the middle of Central Park? Well, you want to be outside the concert hall because that's where all the hungry people are. They just got out of the concert. They're hungry, right? They need to eat now. They'll eat your hot dog. And that's kind of where small businesses and medium-sized businesses are right now. Yeah. They're leaving that venue hall and realizing, crap, I need help, but I can't afford it. And that, as you said, that's exactly where fractional fits.